Good morning. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but as is starting to be the trend, it seems like for the specific playlist, I tend to feel like I want to talk when I want to talk, and it doesn't really matter, even though I know my Grammy is looking down at me from heaven going, "Oh, no, you didn't. You got on a video when you have no makeup on." Well, to be clear, I have lipstick on. That's my new rule as of 2023. Before that, I was always brought up that you put on makeup to go to the mailbox. You wear your makeup. And I actually went to a live conference with Mary Kay, the Mary Kay, talking about how embarrassing it is for her when she sees women that don't have it all put together. Sorry, I snorted. Anyways, that's a long story, but that's how my Grammy always felt too. It's like you always put on your makeup. After all the hell I've been through in 2023, when I finally was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try again, I'm not giving up yet," I got a new lease on life, and I was just like, "I don't need to put on makeup all the time. I don't really care at this point." So, I've got other things to worry about, but why I'm rambling now, but what I wanted to tell you is I had the worst night of my life last night in my new circadian rhythm project. And I wanted to share it to you while it's totally fresh in my head because I realized this morning I got up kind of late for me. Instead of 4:30 or 5, it was more like 7, which is sleeping in for me now, which is also super cool to say. But anyways, I did not live with intentional anything yesterday. I did good things for myself for sure, but when you hear intentional, live an intentional life, blah, 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 sometimes it doesn't sink in, or sometimes you start doing it without even realize that's what you're doing. Since October 1st, I have been very intentional about everything I needed to do, everything I wanted to research, understand better. I'm looking at myself kind of like a science experiment that's going pretty well because I just had it stuck in my head. I'm 59. I'm gonna be 60 in July. And so my body is probably just broken and it's gonna take me months to get my sleep back. So I am pleasantly surprised all over the place. But what I did yesterday, I did not really pay attention. I was haphazard. I was doing social media. Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get red light therapy. And then I was like, I'm gonna make a taco casserole. And so then I was like buying spices for that. Then I was cutting up bell peppers and I was like, is it better to eat bell peppers raw or should I cook them? And is the nutritional value difference that much? I think I'll check. So again, I just was like excited and all over the place and doing all the things. And all of a sudden it was like 7:30 and I hadn't eaten yet. And I wasn't really hungry, but I had made that taco casserole. I made it super spicy and I was really excited about it. And I loved it so much, probably because I was hungry too. I had two helpings. I have not been having two helpings of anything. Uh, I just don't. So I did. Oh my God. Big piles of a taco casserole. I used a low carb, like one net carb for the tortillas. It was just ew, so good. But then I was really tired. So rather than giving myself 2 to 3 hours of no screen time, I hadn't eaten anything but maybe some Greek yogurt. Nope. I went straight into sleeping, probably like within an hour of eating that massive meal. I did not take any kind of heartburn medicine. I usually don't, but looking back on it, being intentional, I haven't been eating that kind of heavy, spicy food either. I just got an idea that I wanted it. So I woke up in the middle of the night. My heart was racing. I had acid reflux, which I barely ever get. And usually I'll plan ahead if I'm going to do some really spicy Thai or something different. Didn't think of it. Uh, yeah, I coughed so hard I almost threw up. Sorry for the details, but I'm just telling you it was a bad night. And I couldn't get back to sleep. I was afraid to move. Like when you know you're going to be sick and you're like, if I just move one little bit, I might hurl. And that's how I felt last night. And so I knew when I woke up, it's like my sleep's going to be all over. I probably didn't do well with my HRV, which I didn't. I was like 46 HRV yesterday. This morning I dropped to 27. I kind of flubbed up. Although I could have done much worse. I mean, I can always do worse, trust me. So that's all I really wanted to say is live intentional, especially when you're starting doing something new, because the slight thing that you deviate from, if you don't think about it, you can end up in a mess like I did last night. And it wasn't fun. I didn't wake up feeling good and I was really annoyed with myself, but I'm over it now. I wanted to share what I went through. So I'll post this as is, no makeup. Sorry, grandma. Great lipstick though. I always have my lipstick on. That's my little shield. That makes me feel better. If you see me with no lipstick and no makeup, be worried. Something's happened. That's all I have to say. Okay. I'll talk to you later. I hope this helps somebody. And I'm sorry I ramble, but I'm excited about this new phase in my life. And I'm excited that I might help somebody else that's roughly my age or heading up there and wants to do things right, not like I did the last few years. So, okay, stay tuned and goodbye for now.